What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 47 of the Underground Pub Show here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. My name is Schreiber, here as always with Bobo and CJ. Thank you all very much for tuning into the show tonight.
Yeah, we're in the show.
So I was concerned with what Bobo was doing over here.
All the show to all your groups in one button push.
I guess I need to start learning how to do that because
Wait,
that's
you can do
like,
it to all your
efficient
groups?
stuff. Well, it has a list of all the groups. You can just pick which one you want to share it to without having to go in there and like do the whole cut and paste bullshit.
yeah, that's literally what I was just doing.
Yeah, he just got that.
We're learning
never mind, yours is
technology on the
different.
show, you guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've got an Android, so
It's like that, see? And I just hit the share, and it just shares wherever group I want to post it in.
Well, I think we all have Androids.
I mean, what
No.
else? What else would you have besides an Android?
an
An
iPhone,
iPhone.
maybe. Yeah.
Those don't even come in men's, though, do they?
They don't. Do they not come in men's anymore?
I don't believe they ever did.
No
Well,
self-respected
they never did.
man
I
has
have
an
a
iPhone.
smaller one in white than the black one I used to have. I know
You-
that.
Well, yeah, for some reason, I guess mine's different. That's a really neat feature. I wish I had that so I could just do that.
I know you get them. You
Just
get
share it
them.
to all my groups.
While we're talking shit, this is actually easier. Look, I picked my group.
You get them.
I wanna go
You get
group.
them in the same aisle as the pink
then just
panties
share
and the
group.
Prius, I believe, right?
Sure. I mean, I don't see why not.
I don't go to the pink penny Prius aisle, so I don't know what they have down there. But if you know more than I do about that aisle, I don't know. What's going
Priuses
on.
are nice. I drove one.
I don't mind Priuses actually. I know how they became the butt of jokes, but they did.
That's the same with
that's what
Kia. Kia used to be awful, but
Well, no, Kia's still awful.
No, I like Kia.
Well,
we have a Kia for you.
They've
Like,
stepped up their game a
You like
little
their
bit.
commercial? No, the Kia Sophia, or whatever it's called, the Sonata. That one's pretty nice, actually.
I used to drive a Soul. And that was pretty
A
comfy.
Soul?
Yeah, a Soul.
Is that the square thing?
Yeah, it's like the box car. It was nice. It's the
Oh, I know.
the
The
gerbils.
gerbils.
Yeah, the gerbils. They jump down.
You
and they
own that?
I used to. I don't have any more. I have a 06 Honda Accord, the
I like
chick magnet.
The gerbil car is actually pretty cool.
the old chick.
right.
magnet.
The old chick magnet. That
Okay,
has good
so
gas
Kia
mileage.
is not as bad as they used to be.
I
Fair
have,
enough.
I have to make an announcement real quick. So,
What's up?
I told you guys this just before we got started. I fucked up again and didn't call into the hotline. So I'm gonna have to do that live right now.
So is that what we're
It's
doing
alright.
right now?
That's what we're doing right now.
Can we talk while you're doing that?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I mean we
Sure,
should.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's gonna be a bit distracting.
if people want to like just stare at us while we
Yeah,
stare
right.
awkwardly at the screen. Hey guys,
This is
for calling
what you hear right now is what we normally go through before.
Oh, that's a
Please enter
Come
your
on,
That's like,
show.
what just happened?
that's why we're usually a little late, but
enter
it's
your 6-digit PIN number.
so
Not because we're like drinking at the bar or
no.
or BSing
Yeah.
here smoking cigarettes or
We're
anything like
talking
that.
about
Invalid
stuff.
PIN for PMVN hotline.
And we have a
There's a
special
kitty.
guest on the show,
We had a special guest that popped in.
and then he took off.
Yeah, come back,
He's
kitty.
like, "Fuck this show. This shit's stupid."
Where you going?
I was talking. She's right to my legs. Like, what was that?
Can manage your
Told you I was a
callers
chick
and
magnet.
video
Oh, you're
cat
messing up
interface.
over there. That's what's happening. That's why
No,
you're not saying anything.
No,
He got
He's
it.
not typing in the number correctly.
He got it
Yeah.
in now. So the hotline is now officially open, as is the live chat.
Was
So,
he
Okay.
announcing it
no, wait,
through the show that
so
you weren't
can
doing
call
correctly?
up.
yeah, you can call now. Yeah, the hotline's open, the live chat's open. So now will be the time to start getting
I
involved,
missed
guys.
out on all that.
Yeah, the number is right here. It's 850. No, it's right here. 850-907-7686. We want to talk about everything.
Yeah,
There's,
we have a lot to talk
football,
about. Yeah,
a lot of good TV shows going on. Apparently, Batman's going to hook up with Wonder Woman in
I
the new
heard about
Justice League
that.
movie.
some moves were made in the NBA that might or might not actually make next season relevant.
Lots
Yeah.
of moves in the NBA.
Yeah,
There-
Melo.
there's,
Melo's a Thunder. Dwayne Wade
Wade's
went and
going to
joined
the
his
Cavs.
buddy in the Cavs.
And apparently, college basketball is in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Louisville. Rick Pitino
The
got
Alabama
fired.
coach just got lit up.
I thought it was Auburn.
Alabama just now, like
Oh,
today,
wasn't-
like 20 minutes ago. The
What
assistant coach.
What players was that guy getting? That like.
Why is it only assistant coaches too? I don't understand.
Be-
The majority is assistant
from what I understand in college basketball specifically, assistant coaches are the ones that do a lot of the recruiting.
They
in
handle
that.
the recruiting part of
They,
it.
they handle the stuff that the head coaches look away from.
And what
which
federal
was-
thing are they breaking?
Well, for the big thing that a lot of these coaches specifically, well, don't quote me on this, but from what I heard, a lot of it was going on with Louisville was that there was straight money bribing going on. There's always been corruption in college sports, but
No.
but yeah, I know, right?
But literally just saying, "Here's the money."
Well, what they were
mean
doing is
sports?
sports period, yes. But what some of these guys were doing, as opposed to just offering them, money under the table to go with their school, if they heard that they were going to go with another school, they were offering them huge amounts, their family, huge amounts of money
tell
to
them
say,
no.
hey, instead of going there, why don't you come over here for this amount of money?
But they weren't actually giving the kids the money. They're getting the parents to convince them. To come to their school.
There's a player from Louisville, I believe it was, that is looking like he's not going to be able to play for them this year. Not that it's going to matter too much for him because that team is all kinds of fucked this year. Now, they already were in trouble, and now they're in big trouble. The coach
Is
is out.
Lamar Jackson not doing? Are you talking about basketball?
This is basketball. This is all basketball.
Yeah.
And he was the third highest recruit according to NBA as far as college basketball goes. This guy's looking like he's not going to be able to play this year because his family accepted a $100,000 bribe from this from one of these assistant coaches to go play for that school, and it's become a big thing. Like I said, it's a federal investigation by the
It
FBI.
almost became normal place, like commonplace. Like, 100,000. Oh, go back. Let's go get 10,000. This is normal now. They were just adjusting to it.
It's, I mean, for whatever it is, it's. I don't. I mean, if you're out there watching and you know more about this than I do, please call in. I would love to because I haven't had a chance to really research this enough. But from what I understand, it is a real big deal. I guess the Alabama guy got which is shocking because that team is awful in basketball. Like
it said, apparently he was the guy that was raising up the price of the players.
100,000.
Like the funny thing about Alabama's basketball program last year, like
I was placing commas, couldn't figure out where they went.
like the funny thing about Alabama's basketball program last year was like their biggest victory was a loss to Kentucky by like a very small margin in the SEC.
That wouldn't be their biggest victory then.
I mean, well. It was the fact that they almost beat Kentucky or whatever. Like,
Are you talking about like the moral victory? Like
I guess yeah, it would be the moral victory. Like,
talking about Louisville?
their biggest victory was a loss.
yeah, essentially,
Florida State this year.
essentially, yeah, it's same thing. Essentially, the fact that they almost beat Kentucky. So like, I guess I'm not having a hard time. But I'm shocked to find out that they were bribing players and still that fucking bad. Like, I know the Auburn.
We have to compete.
Yeah.
I know the Auburn guy is one of the ones that's been.
Are we talking
They're
about
getting
Louisville?
better.
No,
We're talking about Alabama.
Oh, Alabama
in basketball.
Alabama
Like,
basketball.
That's what's surprising. And I know the Auburn assistant head coach is in big trouble. It's really weird. So I mean, if you're out there and you know more about this federal investigation by the FBI on college basketball,
Was
call
it
our
straight
hotline.
bribery? Was it just straight? Because I heard about strip clubs and stripping and dance clubs.
I've heard a lot of different things thrown around. But like I said, unfortunately I don't know the facts. I guess I probably should.
There's people from.
We didn't investigate this like we should have.
Well, I mean, this just happened. This just happened
you guys
yesterday.
investigate this for us and call in and tell us what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
on our
because we
show.
don't know. We've been busy on Facebook trolling people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, in our
There's
defense,
a lot of dumb people out there right now. I
this
have to
just
deal with
happened.
them.
This
They
just
need to
this
be
just
trolled.
happened yesterday too. I
We
mean,
need breaking news music on the board.
we
right?
do need breaking news music. We haven't actually had too much breaking
But
news.
someone
right
can
now.
call
Breaking
in,
news, yeah.
talk to us about the basketball assistant coach. It's all assistant coaches, so we're pretty sure it has to do recruiting, federal level, most likely, like John was saying, probably most likely bribery,
Yeah.
cash bribes.
Since this is a weekly
yeah.
show, our breaking news happened likely 6.
A couple
Well,
days
it
ago,
slowly
yeah.
broke, but I was also working.
People were
Yeah,
kneeling
I
this
was at-
past
I was at-
weekend. You guys know that?
I was at work whenever I saw the thing come up about this FBI, like, so I couldn't really sit down and read about it, and I was at work all day yesterday, so I had a very limited amount of time to sit there and kind of read about it before I came to the show tonight. But no, I would love to be educated more about this,
Please.
other than ESPN, because it's really difficult to watch right now. So,
Why is that?
well, I don't know, CJ. I guess maybe because I don't know if you guys know this or not. Football actually did happen last week. Did you know about
Oh,
this?
here we go.
No
We
way.
have
I
some
don't believe
information.
there was any.
Wait, hold
Why
on.
am
in the NFL
I
for sure.
being told to be shushed?
It's
All right. It's comical. Okay.
No. Okay.
See, James
Yeah, I mean,
Barry, it's
about
comical. The FBI
basketball,
investigates
football,
basketball
they wanted-
programs. Imagine football.
We're all
programs.
reading it out loud.
Yeah, they don't even want to uncover the millions of dollars of legal issues in football. Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
There
fair
is
enough,
a-
James.
Bobo, sup, Lisa.
I did want to get Bobo's thoughts on this. His favorite team. There's a lot of players that are getting in trouble for stealing credit card numbers. And,
I know Florida's not done. I don't think it's done. I don't
yeah,
think some of those
one
players
of
are
them
ever
is,
coming back.
The
And
receiver
9 of them are looking at
Callaway's
three
probably
felony
pretty much
accounts.
done.
Yeah.
Callaway's done.
But like the charge, there was like a charge for $22 for like gummy bears and
It's
like
stupid,
Funyuns
stupid
and-
shit. I'm not going to say they're just kids because they're not.
yeah,
they're
they-
fucking adults. They're over 18 and they're in college now. that whole kid shit. You can use this shit for Florida State players if you fucking want to, but I won't use it for Florida players. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
If you're fucking 16, if you find a credit card or get a credit card that doesn't belong to you and you use it to buy gummy bears, that you're breaking the law.
Yeah.
I do
You use
that
it for anything.
I do that
Like,
10 years old or 9. So I don't want to hear this. Oh, they're just kids. Fuck off. Your kids are idiots, and that's on your kids.
Yeah, I was about to say when I was 18,
you have a problem with your kids.
you're an
If that-
adult and you can make those decisions on your own. You
Yeah,
know what
exactly.
you know right from
they
wrong.
know what they were doing, and they did it.
Yeah.
And now they can all burn. I don't care. I
And-
don't want to see them.
And it
I
just
want them
sucks,
gone.
man, because that hurts the team.
Oh, they're all
It-
good
it
players.
hurts, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
not
a
all of
majority
them,
were
but some of
starters.
them haven't even played yet.
Callaway had talent, dude. That
He
dude
did.
had talent.
Yeah, that is probably the biggest mistake in his life was buying those gummy bears because I mean this was like NFL
This
talent
is so
caliber
stupid
wide
that I
receiver,
can't
and yeah,
wrap my
like-
head around why you would do that.
It seems like not a year goes by I don't read about college players from not just Florida because it's not just Florida, but like tons of schools, even Alabama, Florida State, all these huge schools. You hear about all these players doing stupid shit that ultimately hurts their career, and like
I tell you what, though,
I don't understand it.
At
Like,
worst,
the
you get a
Florida
free
players were
education.
not getting paid money if they had to steal a credit card to buy gummy bears.
yeah, they clearly were not getting paid money.
No one's
Yeah.
paying them money if they had to
No.
steal credit cards to buy gummy bears.
Yeah, and like fun. It was like junk food. Like
Yeah,
I know,
it's
like
like-
okay, they
Those are
spent
what
money
gummy
on,
bears are, junk
They
food,
spent
yeah.
money on laptops, like Boost headphones, other like sneakers.
Well,
shenanigans,
wasn't that like why Cam Newton got kicked out of
Yeah, he
Florida?
got kicked out of Florida
He
for stealing
stole a
a
laptop.
He
He
stole a
didn't
laptop.
buy it for- well, I mean, I guess it's the same thing. He just actually took it from someone's in the computer
and
lab.
and yet still in that Roll Tide War Eagle documentary, he wonders why people call him Scam Newton. Like, and then he like
That guy's-
was rumored to get in trouble afterwards or whatever. It's like, well, you kind of have a history of this, like this happened before, kind of thing.
That guy scammed my fantasy team. I was so jacked about Cam facing the Saints defense, and whoa, what a terrible game that guy had.
That dude clearly is not fully healthy yet. I mean, Andrew Luck might be more healthy than Cam Newton is, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was fun for me. I enjoyed watching the Saints win. It doesn't change my opinion too much about the Saints right now. Still my team. I'm glad they won. It was nice to actually watch them play well. But how much does it really mean? That's yet to be seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it could mean a lot. I mean, the defense made 3 turnovers in that game?
They had 3 interceptions.
Yeah, 3 interceptions in that game. The only thing that didn't seem to work in that game for the Saints was running the football. They still are having problems with that, and I think a lot of it has to do with Mark Ingram not getting the carries. But
Timberlake finalizing deal
for
Yeah,
the Super
so-
Bowl,
he
for the
returned-
Super Bowl.
Oh, Justin Timberlake.
He hasn't been back since he took off Janet's
nipple.
Yeah,
nipple,
but yeah,
I was
but-
like, who's Timberlake and what's an SB return? What the fuck are they talking
Well, you know,
about?
it's funny. The Super Bowl, I can almost guarantee this, are never going to have and I use this term loosely, real band play the Super Bowl anymore because it was exposed.
They had
when-
Coldplay
I mean, when was that though? Like,
a couple years ago.
yeah,
Coldplay got banned?
what?
No, Coldplay didn't get banned. They were there playing in the Super Bowl.
No band has been banned from playing. But the reason why they're not going to have like bands with musicians and shit. I mean, they have musicians up there, but when I mean a band like the Who or Tom Petty or Metallica, why they won't? Metallica said this is why they won't ever do it because there's petitions every year to get Metallica to do the Super Bowl halftime show because it seems like it would make sense. They're a really popular band and stuff like that. It's football players, our football fans probably like Metallica.
I like
The
to
re-
see Foo Fighters up
Well,
there.
and the reason why they probably won't do it either is because those bands, it's a known fact. This is not a rumor. It's a known fact. They're not playing live when that happens.
Yeah.
Like it's impossible. I've always thought this for a long time, and it finally came out to be true.
Yeah, it's
They're-
a logistic nightmare is what they say.
yeah,
they
there-
just
there's
lip sync, right?
there's no way that they can ever make that possibly happen within a 30-minute span time to put on a show and get all that stuff prepared. Like there's no way. So what they do is they will play at that stadium earlier that day or the morning before. I'm not sure.
And
they
record it
and
at the
then
stadium?
other than apparently the vocals are still live.
Right, and Lisa brings up the Chili Peppers when they played the last.
Flea's
one,
bass was when he
unplugged,
wasn't even
right.
plugged in. Yeah.
And he was asked about it, and he was like, "Yeah, you don't play live when you do the Super Bowl. That's
Yeah.
impossible."
You just kind of stand there and dance.
Like it kind of
I like the Sharks when Katy Perry did
He
it.
couldn't even dance. He danced backwards.
Flea.
No, the shark at Katy Perry.
Oh well, yeah, but, dude. I mean, who knows? But I mean, those Sharks. That whole performance was just very odd. I thought, but I don't know. But so I mean, it doesn't shock me that like Justin Timberlake, he's dare I say a good performer for what he is. But like,
Dude, he's awesome.
Well,
It-
pop singers are best for like lip sync.
Yeah,
dancing
yeah, I mean, that-
action. They're
Right, they
jealous
pretty
of
much
that.
do that anyway because
What does it
That's
say?
what
Hold
they
on.
do. That's So going back to the assistant coaches. I wonder if they're if this is happening on the basketball level though, to the point where they have to take notice. Because let's be honest, this sort of thing's probably been going on for years, but now it's gotten to the point where they have to take notice. Do you think it's been going on in football to the point where they're going to have to
Oh
take
yeah,
notice?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
How could it not be going on in football at this level if it's happening in basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, it
With
has to
Alabama's basketball program, how much money did that program generate to be able to
Like,
bribe players?
that's why when you said that, like whenever I brought up them,
Well,
them
doesn't their
barely.
football team basically cover like everybody else?
So then they're taking money from the football team to bribe players to go there because the
Well,
money's coming.
knows?
from
I
the
mean-
I thought they make so much money with their football team, it kind of like trickles down to the rest of the sports. And I'm sorry,
you
to
still
cut
have to
off.
get your hand on bribery money. You can't just go to the Bama football team bank and pull out $100,000 and be like, all right, we're taking this for a basketball player. We'll bring it back in a minute. It has to come from some sort of something. It has to be somewhere it's coming from to be able to bribe these players. I don't think the boosters for Alabama are paying for players.
I wouldn't
No,
be
I
Who
don't-
are the
surprised. There's-
boosters of Alabama's basketball team? It's like one dude that went to school there.
It seems like every year Alabama does have one guy on
And I
that
keep
team.
saying Alabama, but I mean all schools in general.
Yeah.
But I'm using
That's just
Alabama as
the
an
one we're
example
talking
because
about.
Alabama's basketball team is not that good.
No, they're
but
never good,
bribing
like-
players. So I'm like, how
I-
the fuck are you doing that?
I honestly can't remember the last time that Alabama made the NCAA
You're
tournament.
right. A great HBO special or a movie. It'll be one of the.
Who's the
one of
best
two.
Bama basketball player to come out?
Every year they'll have at least
Like-
one guy that's NBA caliber, like one.
That's the guy they're playing for.
I mean, yeah,
Auburn
and I
had
guess
Charles
so.
Barkley.
I mean, every year
Joe
they'll
Barkley was
have.
Auburn.
Every year
Yes,
they'll
I said
have
Auburn
one.
had Charles Barkley.
Okay.
Alabama in basketball, they'll never be the worst in the SEC, but they'll never be near the best. They're always that middle team.
Now that they're not paying players no more.
Well, yeah, they're gonna
It's
suck
be
real bad next year. But
shithouse.
then again, it sounds like a lot of teams may suck next year. Or I'm interested to see how this whole thing.
like Louisville can completely just dissolve as a basketball.
Yeah, they
program.
may not have a basketball program at all after all this. and-
Who's the first one that got popped? This is the Auburn basketball.
Auburn
player?
was the first name I
Coach?
saw. Auburn was the first name I saw.
Yeah, and
I,
then
I wish I knew more about this. Like Auburn was.
Tennessee guy. Where's Pearl coach at now?
I don't know.
Bruce Pearl?
Bruce Pearl.
I don't,
Is
know,
he
I don't pay
Auburn?
attention to college basketball.
Yeah, well, I think his.
I love that. In
assistant's
other
the
words,
first one to
instead
get
of saying
popped.
just "I don't know," CJ would be like, "I don't watch that." Instead of just saying "I don't know," like
I don't know. I don't watch college
I
I
basketball.
think
This is
everybody
gonna
thought
be-
you were looking at your phone doing research. You're like, nope, don't give a
No,
fuck
he-
about that.
No, I was
Well-
looking at
well,
okay,
remember-
Gerald Wallace played for Bama, and then
We're still
I
on
think
that.
I think you meant Robert Ory. Is that what you're talking about? And then like Mo Williams.
talking about
for the-
James Barry's comment.
yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Harry.
Okay, Bruce Pearl is the coach for Auburn. That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say, but I didn't want to say it.
Wimp
It's so long, but-
Sanderson was a basketball player for Alabama, and Reggie King and Alonzo G for the Cavs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, every year they'll have at least one guy that does well enough to maybe make the NBA. I don't like.
Pearl
I'll
and-
watch
or
Alabama basketball when I have absolutely no other options on TV. You know, like
Pearl's
it's-
canceled 2 press conferences in a row now because his assistant coach was the first guy that got popped, and Pearl's
Yeah.
already been popped for a similar thing in Tennessee, which is why he's no longer there. He's in Auburn, so he might be done. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I
yeah,
can't wait.
it's
gonna be
it's
so exciting.
something to be it's gonna be something interesting to watch as far as sports
Latrell
broadcasting
Speedwell
go.
went to Alabama. I didn't know that, and
Yeah.
Andrew McDice didn't know that neither.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, there we go. That's
barely
what
know who
we have the
Anthony
show,
Dyson
so
is.
people tell us about sports.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
I think our sports show featuring James Barry.
And Lisa Renze. I probably killed that name.
Well, there's no D in it, so there's a start.
I know, I
That's
said
the person that the
Renze.
guy said that you were flirting with to make her
Yeah,
comment sound
That
better
was the
in the
athe-
chat that
the
one time.
atheist guy over the
Yes,
cross.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I had your back, Lisa. That guy was a jerk. Yeah. No, he was like all talking crap about not believing in God. I'm like, cool, bro. And then he just started going off on her because she's a woman. And I'm like, so you don't believe in God, but you're okay with woman bashing and just being an asshole? That's not right.
Sounds legit to me.
Yeah, I defended. Yeah, I pulled out my troll powers.
So before we jump into football, we can keep it on basketball, but moving on from college a little bit, unless we get more breaking news. out of this.
Please inform us of any breaking news.
Yes, please inform
Tell
us
us
of
about
breaking
sports.
news. Yeah, please. Yeah, please. You guys help us help you, please.
I watched American Horror Story. That's about all.
Was there sports in it?
Well, I mean,
someone cut
well,
off their hand.
What is wrong with that show? I don't watch any. I watched the first episode of the first season. That's pretty much it.
this is actually the most I've ever watched of it. Is this season? It's kind of funny because
good?
like it.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's. I'm catching on because what I love about it is it's semi-centered around Donald
That's what I
Trump being
keep
elected
hearing.
president, and
Yeah.
I think that's kind of funny. But it's okay. I mean, it's no Ash versus the Evil Dead by any stretch of the imagination. But I mean,
Billy Eichner's on it. He's pretty funny.
but it's okay. You know, I'm interested in this how this season's going. But keeping it on basketball, moving away from college though, like we said earlier. There's been a lot of moves in the NBA. There was two pretty big ones that, like I said, may or may not affect how next season's going to go. Well, it's definitely going to affect it, but if the overall end of it is going to be any different is what we're looking at. First one, Carmelo Anthony is now a member of the OKC Thunder, and now we've got Dwayne Wade going to join his buddy LeBron over with the Cavs, joining Isaiah Thomas and Kevin Love.
Jay
Did
Crowder.
Someone go to the Rockets.
What so
They
far?
got CP3 earlier in the.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right. They did get
Okay.
CP3.
Yeah, they got CP3 earlier.
Bobo, let's start with you on this one. Who do you think won better out of these two deals that are going on right now? That was a really hard
I know
side.
this. I know this. The New York Knicks actually did better. They had to get the Carmelo Anthony experiment in New York
Had
to
gone
come to
greatly
an end.
wrong. Yeah.
It was time to move on. Carmelo is now playing in OKC. That is interesting. I don't know what it is about that dude. I think he's good. I've seen him play in England for an Olympic team when I was there. He was great.
were there for that.
But for some reason, he's always has this stigma as being the cancer on teams and stuff. And I don't know what he does, or because when you see him talk in interviews and stuff, he doesn't seem like the asshole he apparently is.
Well,
but
do you think Phil Jackson had a lot to do with how
Jackson was
the
lost.
the fuckery that was
I
going
don't
on
think
with the
he
Knicks?
knew what was going on as a GM.
Didn't seem like
I
he even
think
tried
was
to
just
tried to
completely
pretend like
lost.
he knew what he was doing.
He got lucky with that one guy,
that one guy,
Porzingis.
Porzingis.
Everybody else has been garbage.
Yeah, I think he's just really confused there. I think New York needs to completely reset everything
I
back
mean,
to the Stone Age.
they're
and
literally
start
gonna
off
have to, yeah.
literally start off with high school children and just start from there and just see where you can go with a team.
But the Cavs, Dwayne Wade,
I
LeBron
think-
back together
I
with
think-
Isaiah Thomas.
Yes, and that's a very good veteran team.
Yeah.
And like I was telling somebody the other day, my friend buddy actually, is there's one sport in all sports in which veterans can beat ass and win is basketball, NBA basketball. You get a bunch of veteran guys in one team, and they can't win a championship. Well, we've seen it before. They've already done it before. So they don't have to be the new best thing on the block, new guy out there, dream team type of thing, like what you got going on in Golden State right now. I really think if you probably add one more veteran big man in Cleveland, I would go ahead and give it to him.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. I mean, do you think what they've got over there in Cleveland right now? Do you think this is gonna be able to?
No, they need a big man. It doesn't have to be a veteran big man, just a decent big man that's not Anderson.
Fair
'Cause
enough.
He's stupid and he's garbage. But
Fair
anyone
enough.
else,
He's stupid and garbage.
CJ, what do you think about these two moves? First with Carmelo over in OKC. Like, how do you see this going?
It's gonna be interesting to see how he shares the ball with Paul George and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I mean, those three guys are talented as hell. I mean, Russell Westbrook nearly did it on his own last year.
Yeah.
He was the MVP season, so I actually kind of like the move, even though it's going to be interesting to see how they share the ball. The Cavs basically got rid of Kyrie Irving, and they got Isaiah Thomas and then Jay Crowder,
Dwayne Wade.
and Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade's kind of on his last
And
leg.
isn't
so,
Rose there as well now? Brokefoot Rose, didn't he go?
Yeah,
Where did he go?
I think he did join
Yeah,
actually.
but, I mean,
yeah, because he
it's kind of funny.
Brokefoot Rose.
He's a non-factor because he can't stay in one
Yeah,
piece
he
for
did
more than
sign.
2 days. But
Well, that's where like all the older players are going now. Like, oh, let's just play with LeBron.
That's what I'm
Maybe we
saying.
can
It's
maybe get a
becoming one of
ring.
those-
Derrick Rose was one of those guys that, like, I mean, I remember, like, what, 5, 6, maybe longer years ago, like, this was supposed to be, like, the next LeBron. And then he just faded away, and it was like he never could stay healthy for more than, like, 2 seconds.
He literally couldn't finish the first game of the season. He just couldn't finish them.
I know.
This is really sad.
It really is. So overall, though, I mean, here's the big kicker, guys. Are we looking at round number 4 at the end of this year of the Cavs and the Golden State Warriors?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Until something else happens.
I
Like,
think
who's going to take him in the East?
well, in the East, yeah.
I mean,
Now there's some teams in the West that might give that might. I use that word "might" with a capital M.
maybe the Rockets.
The Rockets.
Watch out for the Pelicans, man. Cousins.
in the West,
Now the Boston
Yeah.
Celtics. They've got a team going over there right now
in the East.
in the East. Yeah.
We
Like,
can distinguish where they're at.
Back
well,
and forth. I'm
well,
like,
I'm just referring to teams in general in the NBA that.
Watch
that-
out for them Trailblazers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
in
Portland
the
Trailblazers.
Midwest.
The Portland Trailblazers, they really got something. But the Celtics might have something
Northwest.
going on. And OKC, they'll have
Oklahoma City is
Why
better
is Utah the Jazz? That still pisses me off.
because they moved from New Orleans.
I know, but it makes no sense. There's no Jazz in Utah.
No, there's not.
I mean, there's got to be at least one jazz club out there in Salt Lake City.
There's no jazz, man.
Should they change
there's
the
no
name to
jazz
the
out
Utah
there.
Bluegrass? I guess like would that have made more sense? There's a lot of bluegrass music in Utah,
In
right?
Utah, no, it's all Mormons, right? Do
It
they
seems
play
like
bluegrass?
because it's very calm music, like and it's a calm state, like
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
bluegrass.
Bluegrass
It's like-
is not sung by
So you
Mormons.
think they should be
though.
the Utah
Yeah,
Bluegrass?
but it's really positive. Well, yeah, Mormons aren't always positive. So yeah,
I thought Mormons were really nice, though.
the Utah Gospel.
Well,
There we go.
Yes, there you go.
The Utah Gospel.
The Sons of Utah.
Dude,
The Sons of
Brigham-
Utah.
Brigham Young was like historically one of the most brutal people in this country at one point.
Fair enough. Yeah.
The college or the
The actual guy the college
okay.
is named after. Yeah, the fucking college itself. What the fuck?
Super brutal college, BYU.
beat up people.
They had for
Lucky I don't
they
have
had
the
a
fucking
Zimmer,
soundboard
right?
up yet. Because I have something in mind for that.
BYU, the
logo.
college is going to run beating ass for no reason.
That college needs to be put
God, this
back in check,
So-
man.
You're so stupid!
What you are
Okay.
All right, so-
By the way, people, you guys can call in and talk to us live as well. And
Yeah,
say
you can.
whatever you want.
It's a lot more fun that
More or
way than
less.
just a live chat. I
mean,
promise.
We'll cut you off if it gets like.
All my
Really
basketball
ridiculous.
knowledge is still like.
Where's our
10
phone
years
number at?
behind.
Someone, do we not know it by heart?
850-907-7686.
Because I don't know shit like by heart at all.
I used to watch NBA back in the day when the Kings were pretty good.
The Hair Bear Bunch.
They had,
and the Chicago Bulls, you're a big Bulls fan, right?
yeah, I like them and the Pelicans. But
I used to be a huge Orlando Magic fan
Do you
growing
have
up, but it's
$5?
just too hard to
I
watch
do
that
have
shit.
$5.
We can go watch a Pelicans game then.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
I've never been to
Can I
an
borrow
NBA.
$5?
I got no. This
Yeah?
season, I got to knock off on the bucket list. I got to go to NBA game. I got to go to MLB game. So Pelicans.
Somehow
if you,
even I've been to a Major League Baseball.
I
game.
dude, I just never have. Like,
I
Bobo,
never
if you want to
have
go
neither.
to
You can go to
a,
Atlanta and see the Atlanta game this year,
I'm
or
down.
whenever they play again.
dude, let's go to
Are they playing
a
right now?
Pelicans game.
Yeah,
man.
they
let's
are.
Go, let's go to a Pelicans game this year. The Smoothie King Center.
Yeah,
Kenny, what do you think,
dude.
man? Are we
can
bringing the
go.
Underground Pub Show to the Smoothie King Center this year for a Pelicans game?
Sure, why not?
Dude,
Yeah, sure, let's
Anthony
do it.
Davis, dude.
Anthony Davis and crew with the fucking eyebrow.
Dude, I had the Bulls team. I'm looking at the comment. That was a damn good team, man.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I missed that team.
I've never been to an NBA game, but granted, it won't be the full on
Who was
NBA,
the
but
middle-
it sounds like the Pensacola.
Who was the
you know,
middleman?
we get
Was it Willingham the middleman for that team,
They
or was
had-
it Willingham and Purdue switched out?
They had Purdue and they had
And
Bill
Cartwright.
They had Cartwright, Bill Wennington.
Yeah,
Bill Wennington had that awesome outside mid-range jumper that he made every game. That was about it.
Carter like someone's grandpa out there, but still could skyhook your face off.
Yeah, in the
He was a very old looking man.
dude BJ Armstrong.
I remember him.
Yeah, he was good
He's
too.
like a child. He's like the complete opposite of Cartwright.
Dude, that was the old Sega game. It was like Lakers versus Celtics, and that's
I had
when
that.
Yeah, and then the Bulls were really good. And then they had Hopkins. That was a good team.
One thing that's been on my bucket list. I'm sorry, go ahead, Kenny.
I remember one. I think it was the Magic versus Jordan. Does anyone remember that for like Super Nintendo? Dude, it was a horrible, like, developed game. It had, like, a really long delay. Like, you would block a shot, and then you would be all the way down to the other side of the court, and it'd go, rejected. Does anybody remember that shit?
That's generally what
I
happened
kinda
every time
do.
the Magic played the
This is
Jordan
like
Bulls anyways.
Pre one of the coolest basketball games ever made, NBA Jams. That
Yeah.
game was the shit.
Well,
Like,
my
what-
favorite
what-
games is that I'm sorry to interrupt you,
You're
but the movie that you're in, Bobo, Swingers, when they were playing that NHL hockey game, I had that game. And that game was awesome.
NFL Blitz was pretty cool too.
I had the NFL hockey games too for a little bit.
NFL
The-
hockey games?
No, the
Yes, the
Sega-
NFL hockey game. NFL hockey Blitzkrieg.
It was an experimental league.
It was very experimental.
I heard Joe Montana was amazing
That was
at
Bill
left wing in
Lambier,
that game.
actually. Bill Lambier was actually the center in NFL combat.
Dude, he turned out to be a great female basketball coach.
One of my
You remember that?
One of
By
my
the way,
Yeah.
he was the first ladies coach of the WNBA. What the fuck was that all about?
one of the bucket list things I've always wanted to see that I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to,
That
but
Summit was too manly for the job.
Bobo's actually done this before, and I've always wanted to.
They
is-
needed sex appeal.
even though I don't watch soccer a lot, I've always wanted to see a European soccer game because I've heard the crowd is super intense.
It's quite involving. It's a moment, and a movement.
Speaking of European soccer, you're a Arsenal fan, right?
I am.
Somebody was apparently at an Arsenal game recently.
It was Drew Brees.
Well, actually, it was the entire team. Well, not the
Yeah.
entire team,
It
but
was-
Well, it was fun.
yeah, it was going well there. Then we got
a lot
derailed.
all
Now
over the
now the
place.
views are going to be way down probably.
Dude,
People getting involved.
we were like completely all over the place.
I've seen that happen with other podcasts that I watch on Facebook that the broadcast will just end randomly and like.
Yeah.
Hey, we should-
I think Facebook was just tired of hearing us talk.
Can we
I think we're back on right now.
I'm gonna have to go and add to. Are we?
Yeah, we're back.
Are we back on?
We are back.
You guys are back.
Okay,
We're
cool. We're
back.
back. We're back on.
Are we back as take two?
Did you expect me to tell you? You guys were back
But
on?
yeah, I mean, I don't know why I was expecting that,
Now
but
you want me to produce the show too?
No,
yeah, I
that's
mean
what-
that was the
come
idea,
on.
I guess.
Jeez, I already hold everything together.
Yeah. Anyway, where
All right, well, so sorry about that. I don't really know what happened with all that, but we were.
let's
we were-
talk fantasy, man.
Let's talk football in general. I mean,
I gotta deal with some violence, speed, and momentum this weekend.
I heard.
How I fucked myself.
Yeah, I did too,
It
man.
was hurt, and I had to put that fuck dude in there. Next you know, goddamn DeMarco got 27 points, man. I could have won by a shit ton, but I lost by
yeah.
3. or
I
something like
lost by 1.1 because Rashard Higgins was the worst person to put in. I could have put anybody in my flex and done better, and I lost by 1.1 because the Bengals had to go to overtime against the Packers. Good win, by the way. Stupid Bengals let me down big time. I went 2-3 in my 5 leagues.
That's a
and I
bummer.
lost to Schreiber. You know how bad that is? Like,
Fantasy Sports Update
Yeah.
with this dick, CJ.
like
I seem to have good luck with CJ from time to time though. So
dude, like I just can't. Like, no matter what garbage team he throws at me, I still lose.
Is
my
this the
my
same
my, gar- my
chat?
my garbage team. I think so. Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
the same chat? Yeah.
No, it needs to be updated.
No, like, okay.
My garbage team still seem to somehow do pretty good. They did okay last year, but
Well, I benched Brandon Cooks and I started Devontae Parker, and that was a weird game. The Jets shut out the Dolphins. I mean, I know, the Dolphins aren't like the greatest team in the world, but to be shut
Well,
down like that, I mean,
they're one of the worst teams in the world, though.
they're gonna kick our ass this weekend.
Well,
see,
mean,
I
I don't know what else you would expect.
I'm not I'm expecting that to actually be a decent game. I'm like I said earlier, I'm not really changing my opinion too terribly bad about the Saints, but I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic about them. However, I think it to an extent, I feel like my point was a little bit proven last week. I don't think the Saints are the worst team in the league because I mean I don't know if y'all have seen the Chargers, the Browns, the Giants. Those teams look fucking miserably bad. The Bengals actually almost kind of look good against the Packers, but they managed to take care of that one in overtime. So I don't know. I mean, the jury's still out on who this worst team is, but I'm starting to lean towards the Chargers right now. They seem miserably hopeless.
Well, they're kind of misplaced and they don't even really have a home. Like nobody wants them. They're just kind of there. They got
mean-
Melvin Gordon. That's about it.
Philip
just-
Rivers is still a great quarterback. He just can't do anything with that
Well,
fucking that fuck face team that he's got. Like,
It's all right. How about them Texans? They almost pulled it off. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I picked him up. I think he's going to be good. Good running quarterback. He threw for 300 yards against the Patriots. And I don't know if you saw this, Bobo. He gave up his paycheck, his first game check.
To the Texas
to the
food
Texans.
ladies,
Yeah, the food ladies, the stadium workers.
the food people. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
It's
Actually,
like-
that was pretty cool.
$27,000. So that good for you, Deshaun Watson. That's
Yeah.
some positive news.
He's
in this,
he's playing well too. I mean, I feel like even though it may not quite work out the way they wanted to this year,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Texans have finally mercifully found their guy. You know, I mean, they haven't really had a reliable quarterback since Matt Schaub, and even that guy was only reliable for so long until it just became very unreliable. But
Yeah.
You got a guy with upside, man. Like Watson's got the upside,
Yeah.
and I think it needs to be Foreman time, man. Foreman needs to take over that spot from Lamar Miller because he's just kind of blah.
Yeah.
Whereas Foreman
Well,
was
what happened to
looking good.
Lamar Miller? Why did he become blah? He
I think he was.
blah.
I think he
blah
was
the whole
always
time.
blah. Yeah.
Was he?
it's-
We just were
Like-
duped into thinking he was not blah, and it turns out, oh shit, that dude's blah.
yeah, basically, like
'Cause
he
when-
was blah, and then they're like,
When Arian Brokeneck Foster Force, whatever it is, the dude that can't stay in one piece was playing. When he went down, we were like, "Yay, he's in, he's in!" But then it was like he really wasn't in. He wasn't doing anything. He was just in.
Foster.
wait, can you play that again? I couldn't hear what that was.
That's from some sort of movie. I know.
It just says like God.
It's from Bobo's favorite
Yeah,
sci-fi.
exactly.
Oh, Mars
Yeah.
Attacks. Yeah.
Dude, that movie's
What?
great.
But
All I'm hearing is just
Mars
like,
Attacks is so underrated.
That's
one
what
of
I'm
my
hearing in my
favorite
headphones.
Movies of all time.
Fucking Jack Nicholson and
what's his name? Akbar.
Jack Nicholson and
Admiral Akbar.
Pierce
Admiral Akbar
Brosnan.
saying it's a trap is what
Yeah.
that is.
Do the Martians have two sexes like we do? Like it's such a good movie. And Jim Brown,
Yeah, Jim Brown was in that, wasn't he?
yeah, he beat up some Martians.
He did.
Yeah, but to go
And
back to
Pierce Brosnan ended up getting
and
abducted
bringing
by
ourselves
aliens.
back
And-
on into football.
Lamar Miller.
Lord,
So
Lamar Miller was blah.
He's
had like
blah.
a few shades of like awesome, and then went back to blah.
if by awesome you mean like lightly golden blah, then yeah, it was a polished blah, but it was still blah.
it was like a chocolate covered blah. You know?
Racist, you fucking
Okay.
Trump supporter.
All right, white chocolate covered
Go
blah.
stand for the national anthem over there or something.
I will. Now people have to apologize for standing, man. I don't want to get into it, but yeah, okay, white chocolate covered blah. He's definitely.
I mean, why shouldn't we? It's the big issue.
no,
in
we're not
sports.
talking
it's the
about
big,
that.
It's a big
We're
topic in
not-
sports
we're not-
right now.
We're not talking about. Let's actually talk about the games.
I don't know. I mean, have you seen my picture? NFL versus Donald Trump.
Well,
Did Donald Trump win? How about that? Did Donald
Yeah.
Trump win?
I don't
this
know.
round.
No,
I don't know because
You don't think so?
No, he made it.
I
Worse.
think he won this round.
I think
I think he
yeah.
won to make it worse.
Well, it's just
I
like
don't
it's
think
Yeah,
just a
no,
shit show.
I think he actually changed the minds of a lot of people that were on the other side just because he simply brought it up.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, even and I'm only using this example because it's one of the few press conferences I watched. But even Drew Brees, who is a big time not okay with kneeling or sitting down there to the national anthem, even he said it himself. He didn't blame the players because it was almost like it was a blatant attack on
Like a dare. Like he
Yeah.
almost tried
Yeah.
them. Like
yeah, and it was almost kind of like the other players were like, "Well, fuck you, buddy. Like,
that's
I'm not
exactly
your
what it
friend,
was.
guy. Like, I'll just do it. Like, and I mean, and look, it's and I've said it before on the show. I'm not real into doing that either. But at the same time, I didn't fucking blame him either. Like,
it did feel like they felt that they got tried and they had to try
Well, I
him
mean,
back.
I believe
It was like he was poking the bear and calling them sons of bitches. That's uncalled for.
It
Like,
was.
it's like
Even though
the president-
that's the president. He's
Football
calling people
players'
sons of
mothers-
bitches.
Told them to go to hell too.
Yeah. When was the last time you
moms
saw?
were saying, "I guess I am a son. I guess I'm a bitch then." and stuff
Yeah,
like
I'm
that
the biggest
on
bitch
Twitter.
you ever seen.
Yeah, I was like, "God damn!"
Well, I mean,
moms are getting into
it was obviously a retaliation to Trump because I mean, me and CJ were talking about this before the show. The percentage of what players that were taking a knee or sitting down or whatever before that wonderful press
Oh, it
conference.
went up a shit ton.
It was
Well,
less than 1%.
It was less than 1% to like
less
a
than
little less than
1%.
half the league. You know, like I mean, I'm almost willing to bet money that I'm not really going to bet money, but I'm almost certain that the numbers are going to go drastically down again.
I'm sure.
yeah.
Hell, I thought it was on the verge of like becoming a non-thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the verge of that.
And then it was like Trump just brought it. Was like, by the
got-
way, you know,
It was fizzling out. Then Trump's like, "Fuck it, I got some kerosene."
Well, I mean, if you're orchestrating distraction, you can't let your distraction just go away, right?
exactly.
And
I
poor ass people in Puerto Rico still swimming for lunch.
Yeah, but I mean, let's make sure we talk about the 15 NFL players that.
Yeah,
you
people
know-
were. Wasn't that one guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers always talking about if someone did in front of him, he'd break their legs, and next thing you know, he was doing it with them.
No, there was the one guy for the Steelers.
Well, another guy that was a
Villanueva.
Ranger,
Yeah,
he actually stood out front, but
and he got shit for that. Like,
he
Mike
he
Tomlin
didn't
went
get
off
shit.
on him.
Oh, he got shit from his coach. I didn't think his
Yeah,
coach.
no,
was
his
his-
coach went off on him. Was like, we were supposed to do it as a unit. We were supposed to stay behind before.
The funny thing is, the Pittsburgh Steelers were not very far behind him. If you actually go in,
they are right there.
No, I mean,
you
they-
can see in the picture. They're
yeah,
standing
they were literally like 10 feet behind him. Like, I mean, it really was like, I mean, there was people there like, the Pittsburgh Steelers are dead to me. Look at the Pittsburgh Penguins; they're going to the White House. Well, it's a completely all white hockey team. Like, I mean, understandable. Like, but I mean, like somehow that became like an issue in the whole thing. I'm just like, the team was standing 10 feet behind him. Like, who cares? Like, it's just, the whole thing got to be so utterly ridiculous. You know what I mean? And
You just hate the Penguins anyway.
I like the way.
I do hate the Penguins.
I like how
but-
Jerry Jones played it off, though.
I actually
Yeah.
liked what they did.
What the Cowboys did, yeah, I dug that.
He played it off well, though. He's like, hold on,
Yeah.
I got a plan.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I
it worked.
I-
He
it
showed,
did work.
he
It did
showed
work.
unity on both sides.
Yeah.
They
It
took the prayer.
I don't like to
And-
give the Cowboys too much credit, but that I thought was really
That's what
good.
happens when
and-
you have a late game, though. You get to see what
Yeah.
else did. You're like, oh man, fuck that.
All right,
Yeah.
so what the
No,
Steelers
that
did, the
lo-
Saints
that
did, the
locker room
Patriots
shit is
did.
out.
Do not do
Maybe
that.
it's a
Yeah.
backwards. It's like a backdoor deal between Jones and Trump. Like, how can we make people like me? And like, you know, and that's what Trump's like. I'm just gonna be a complete asshole. It's gonna make you look good.
Trump was like, Jerry, I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
You donate. I mean, didn't
He
Jerry
tweeted
Jones,
him. He tweeted to Jerry Jones today.
well,
Like,
didn't Jerry Jones actually like put a bunch of money into Trump's campaign?
a lot of
before?
NFL owners did actually.
Yeah.
Crafted too.
Yeah, crafted
The
too.
crazy
Yeah.
thing is the Raiders, the day that this happened, had a game in Washington D.C. The whole fucking team sat on the bench during the national anthem. The whole fucking
Was it the whole team?
And then shortly thereafter got wiped up and down that field.
They did get massacred.
Yeah, that was a really surprising game.
I couldn't believe how well Cousins finally played. Oh, actually, I can. I just can't believe it took this long for him to play. like
Thank
that.
God I have him in one of my leagues too, and it was actually the one that I beat CJ with. But
Man, that was some.
So yeah, Washington. Are they
You're lucky I
back?
benched Cooks.
Is Washington back?
Did they?
You benched Cooks?
I put in Parker. But
What is wrong with you?
I thought the Texans defense would do better. Like I'm telling you, I had terrible decisions all weekend. I benched Cooks. I benched Jordan Howard, but luckily I played Mark, so I got like a free victory.
somehow I managed to have a relatively okay winning streak against CJ in fantasy sports. So I mean, I'll take
If he
it.
does
Like,
shit like that, I can see how and why.
Yeah, I shoot myself in the foot. You know, it's that last minute like
Tinkering.
micromanaging, tinkering bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
I've-
adjust my lineup on Saturday night unless someone's hurt.
Yeah, I've been a victim of that a couple times myself. But yeah, I mean,
and Cam Newton didn't help either, or Rapelessberger, both those guys.
man, Big Mike. I was watching the games, most of the games this Sunday at Coyotes, and like he was almost mad the Saints won. Like I've never seen this. Like he gave me shit for walking in there. Like it was the first time I've really gotten to go out and watch the games at a
He's
bar.
a
other
Saints
than,
fan, right?
Yeah, he is.
Well,
Like,
that-
but he's incredibly disgruntled one, I guess. Like and.
You have to be if you want them to lose. If you actually, want
Yeah,
them to
like
lose.
I mean, and like I'm aware that they're not that great, but I mean, I don't care. Like on Sundays, if I go to a bar to watch the game, I'm wearing my jersey. You know, like I look forward to this way too much throughout the year. To
Yeah,
just,
we wear our
Here's the
shirts
question, though.
on Wednesday.
Even though I
yeah,
know
we do. We're wearing the shirts. And
some
like,
people like Keith Matthews think we talk about the Saints too much. But let me ask you this right quick.
Mm-hmm.
If the Saints managed to squeak into the playoffs by one game, made the playoffs, then lost the first game of the playoffs, the wild card, or they just shit up the rest of the year. For every 3 games they lose, they only win 1. And they end up with a very, very bad record.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you think would cause more action to happen in the Saints franchise? Which would get more, maybe a better defense, better free agency, or stuff like that? What would cause that?
in my opinion, at first it depends on how they win those games. If they actually dominate a good majority of them, then even though because look at the Green Bay Packers as a good example.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're
yeah.
kind of stuck in this rut right now where I don't think they're going to try and improve too much to the team, but for some reason the team doesn't quite seem as good as it's supposed to be.
Fair
At least
enough,
It doesn't
yeah.
look as good as it's supposed to be. I mean,
You're stuck
it
in
is
limbo.
2-1, but some of those wins and losses are coming pretty hard and pretty tough. And
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I guess it depends. It depends on how they get them. You know, I mean, considering they just went 7-9 3 years in a row, like and
because it's like they're medium. They want to stay medium for some reason.
yeah, like I mean, considering they went 7-9 3 years in a row, if somehow they can manage to dominate in a lot of these games, which I'm not saying is impossible, but I'm not saying it's very possible either. That was a quick out of CJ, but
Let's just win a game.
Yeah,
like you know, we got lucky
well,
against Carolina.
they-
They're halfway dead.
they beat them 34-13.
Yeah, but
like,
Carolina's dead. Can you name
this
one
is,
other
this is,
receiver?
this is exactly how Big Mike
No,
sounded.
no, okay. Like, first of all, I'm a realist, and I'm not emotionally invested. So, can you name another receiver besides Kelvin Benjamin?
No, but I'm not going to make excuses for them either. They're an NFL team. And look, I'm not saying that it changed my mind that much either about it, but I'm saying it is one game. I mean, I'm reserving judgment on how I feel like they're going to pan out on the rest of the year until I see more of it. It's one game.
Let's see how they do in England against the
Yeah,
Dolphins. I
exactly.
still think Jay Cutler's going to throw for 3 and run for 1.
I don't see the running for one happen, but I don't see a lot of that
While
happen.
smoking the cigarette.
That's my prediction for Jay Cutler every week.
Well, the thing about Jay Cutler is I don't care who he's playing against. If he's getting outscored, he has a hard time keeping up because that's when he likes to throw picks. Is when he's trying to throw the ball too much or whatever. So I mean, like I said, I'm reserving judgment, but
Playoff victory or bust.
So yeah, I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know. I would like to see how they win and how they're able to pull the victories off. I mean, if they're barely scooting by in a lot of those games, then I'm gonna feel a little indifferent about making the playoff. And it'd be nice to make the playoffs, but I'll feel indifferent about it. Losing every game, then it just from here on out, then it just means that many more years will come before.
But you think they would actually take more action into improving the team if they got shit on for the rest of the year,
Yes, absolutely.
as opposed to squeaking into the playoffs?
I'm
rest on their laurels. Okay, we're fine.
I'm indifferent about it. Like if it, like I said, it just depends. I would have to see how they manage to win those games. If it's squeaking in, then I mean, I don't know.
Because I don't think they don't seem to be making much action going on.
No,
for
not
having a bunch of 7-9
as,
seasons.
as opposed to that last game. Yeah, I mean, I do agree.
The biggest thing they did was getting rid of Jimmy Graham, and
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing they've done in these past 3 mediocre
that
years.
we had him before all that, but
Oh, was he?
Jimmy Graham, we got him in 2011,
Oh, you got rid of him.
2010.
2010 actually. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We got rid of him in 2014.
That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Now, that picture that's up right there, there's actually a team missing from that in those 0-4 ones, and I meant to resend this to you. I forgot about the 49ers. They're 0-3 too. So there's 4 teams up there: the
not
Giants, the
remembering.
Bengals, the Browns, and the Chargers, and there's also the 49ers, who I forgot about. Sorry, Joe Hill. I meant to keep your team and all that. Those teams now there's 2 teams in that little pitch right there. One of them is going to eventually not be winless anymore because they're playing each other this week. The Bengals and the Browns play each other. So at least somebody out of that group is getting a win,
Unless it's a tie.
unless it's a tie. Yeah, good point. Which, God, but the way those teams are playing, that could very well happen. So I mean, let's start with these 5 teams. I guess we should say which one. Well, first Browns and Bengals.
Spit it out.
Yeah, I know, right? I was trying to think about what I was gonna say. Browns and Bengals. CJ, let's start with you on that game. Who do you think has the upper hand in that one?
Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they almost beat Cincinnati.
Who's at home? They almost beat.
Because they almost beat themselves.
They almost beat Green Bay. And Green Bay is still a good team. Cleveland lost to Indy. Indy's garbage.
India is looking like pretty hot garbo
So,
right now.
Who's at home? Who's at home?
It doesn't matter.
It is the Browns are at home.
I get the Browns on that one.
Taking the Browns.
Just for
I'm
fucking
going-
funny shit.
Yeah, I think
Just
I
for
think,
funny shit.
I think I'm going to take the Browns.
Win.
I think I'm going to take the Browns one more time too in that one. I think I just want to believe they're not going to be nearly as bad as they were last year, even though it's still kind of pointing in that direction. But
Well, they're a young team. Kaiser's
Well,
actually
unfortunately, with that front office, they're perennially a young team. But yes, they're,
yeah, right, fam.
that young team needs to get old.
they've been a young team for 12 years now.
Shit, since '99.
Yeah, they keep getting rid of everybody and just keep recruiting.
Another
people.
team on that list is the Chargers, and they are playing the Philadelphia Eagles at their tiny little stadium in LA.
StubHub Stadium.
So yeah, StubHub Stadium. Yeah,
They're going
They
back
actually
to San
sold out the
Diego.
stadium, man. 25,000.
I think it holds. Doesn't it hold 32,000 though?
Well, they said it was a sold out game, 25,000.
Yeah, I guess like if you keep it within a 10,000 radius, then like it's a sellout or whatever. Like,
Is there talk that
Oakland
San
used to-
Diego wants to go back to San Diego? Is that talk? I heard rumors.
I heard
Is
it's
that even possible?
I
They
mean,
just need to go back to San Diego because everyone's gonna keep calling them San Diego anyway.
yeah, I mean it seems to come out of my mouth a lot. Well, first off, Kenny,
You know, the thing about that is there's no market difference. That's one of the things that made this move really less.
It was
of a
it was a
deal.
lateral move. It
Yeah.
was this-
Is that San Diego is technically part of the Los Angeles sports. I just said the word
Market.
market.
yeah.
You know, so I mean, it is pretty lateral. A high percentage of their fans are already in LA.
Yeah.
Just
Fair
going to
enough.
San Antonio, they
It's,
would have
uh,
supported that.
And I
team.
guess
It's
there's
like
only
an hour
20,
and a
I guess
half
there's only like
drive.
25,000 of them though.
like-
Texas can. Well, go ahead.
It's like an hour and a half drive down the 405. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Dude,
there's, they could put them anywhere in the middle there. You know, they could put
there
them in
are
Orange
states
County.
in the country though that don't have a team,
yeah.
There's
and
a
there's
lot of
states
two-
that have 2 to 3. I don't understand. Like
LA has 2 of them in one city. Like, I mean,
it's fucking madness.
And they don't like
New York
either
has
one
2
of
of
them.
them.
Two
Yeah, I know.
baseball teams,
They-
2 basketball
they-
teams, 2 football teams.
They don't
Like-
like any of them. Kenny, let's backtrack real quick. We didn't get you on Browns and Bengals.
I mean, what is there to talk about?
I mean, who do you think is gonna win? Like,
It's going to
Browns
end in
and Bagels.
meteor strike or something. I mean, I mean, I don't know, dude.
Browns
I mean,
and bagels.
You know, I could easily.
well put, Kenny. I like how you give us a direct
Thank
answer on
you.
this one.
No, I mean, seriously. I mean, those are 2 just fucking disasters.
Yeah,
of
they are
teams, and I
both
mean,
bad.
Let's
They are
go with
both
the
bad.
team from
You
Ohio.
know, this might be
The team from Ohio.
the first tie of the season. I mean, you know, considering the new overtime rules, it's going to be really easy.
Yeah.
It's inevitable that that's going to happen eventually.
I
This
almost
could be
hope
the
that
game
does
where it
happen just because it would be fucking
I can
hilarious.
tell you this: the barn has already started burning, my friends. It
Heard.
has already started burning.
All right, well, cool then. So he's going with the tie. Anyways, moving on.
Yes, sir.
Chargers and Philly in LA. We're going with the second or the third, I guess I should say, of our 0-3 teams right now. CJ, who are you liking in this one?
Give me the Eagles.
Taking the Eagles.
all day long.
I'm actually gonna take the upset on this one, and no, I'm kidding. I'm taking the Eagles. I think the Eagles bounce back from. I mean, they did win last week, but it wasn't pretty against the Giants. I think.
Wentz gave their kicker his game check for making that. He had a bet with him.
Yeah, give him the whole paycheck for making that 64-yard field goal.
Yeah, I wish I had him. I had the Oakland Raiders kicker, and he just got 1 extra point.
Well, anyways,
Can't
so
look to
that's
Vecchio.
2 of us taking the Eagles. What you think of Bobo?
Who makes the better sandwich?
Who makes the better sandwich? Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, that's I'm going with Philly. Then.
All right, Kenny, who you thinking?
Yeah, I mean Philly.
Philly. All right, our fourth.
San Diego even make a sandwich? Do they like a soup that's probably got lentils in it or something?
It's really nice over there, and they have
They
a
have, they,
decent
they, have,
zoo.
they have the San
They
Diego.
have pho. They have like a lot of.
And it's in L.A. It's not San Diego.
What's? Oh, yeah, that's
the
right.
most
I keep
amazing-
wanting to say San Diego.
One of the
yeah.
most amazing sandwich joints in the world is in Los Angeles. It's a place called Philippe's.
San Diego now is just known for the San Diego thank you, which is like a
San Diego. Is it like some sort of like
it's
weird
like,
hand
it's
job?
like a hand job of some
I thought you
sort.
were talking about like
A
whacking
San
it-
Diego thank you. like-
whacking it and jacking it in San Diego.
Yeah, like
Whacking
it's like if like someone gives you a San Diego thank you, it's like a hand job in California or something.
Nice.
Good lord,
All right,
what are we
the-
talking about?
That's a San Diego thank you, man. Fucking Google that shit.
They might change the
Don't
name
Google
of the
it
city.
at work.
They might change the name of the city
Yeah, right.
to Northern Tijuana.
Yeah, right. Our fourth 0-3 team, the Giants, they are traveling to Tampa to take on the Bucks. I'm gonna go ahead and play spoiler on this one. I think the Giants actually win this game. I don't think it'll be easy or pretty for that matter, but I think the Giants will win that one. CJ, who you liking in that?
Tampa.
Taking Tampa. Bubba, how about you?
San Diego is known for deep fried pizza. Carne asada fries.
Dude, that deep fried pizza sounds good.
and carne asada fries. That's like the like Mexican marinated steak on
Yeah.
top of your French fries with guacamole and sour cream, and then something called akani natinga. It looks like might be something like I don't even know what the fuck that is. And then they're also known again for guacamole is. I guess it's a really popular dish there. So
Oh, it is-
I'm
it
still.
is a
Oh,
border
they
town.
do have a lot of Filipino food there. I think though. If
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
not mistaken. Like yeah, but I'm still gonna go to Philadelphia. Okay, what was the next choice?
The Giants and the Bucks.
Well, hold on. The Bucks are what?
The Bucks are 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah, that calls for another long sigh.
You know, they do make good Cuban sandwiches in Tampa, believe it or not, which is very strange.
Sub
But they also have some of the greatest wings in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
And the first Hooters is in
It keeps going back
Yeah.
to food somehow. like-
Well, you know,
Who has the best food?
if it comes to it and I can't make a decision, I gotta go with food. I'm gonna
Heard
go with
that.
Tampa on that one.
Going with Tampa on that one. Okay, Kenny, what about you?
Yeah, I'll take the Bucks.
Taking the Bucks. Okay, so I'm alone on my principles on that one. That makes sense. Do the 49ers not have a game this week?
They do have great sushi.
No, they play somebody.
Oh, they do. Yeah, Arizona. They play Arizona in Arizona tomorrow. This Sunday. Yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals on that one easy. The Cardinals haven't looked pretty all year. They're 1-2 as a matter of fact. But San Francisco's bad. They're real fucking bad right now. All the California teams just kind of suck this year, except for Oakland. So
The Dodgers are doing good.
in football, yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals. How about you on this one, Siege?
Give me those fags in San Francisco.
Whoa,
Whoa!
good lord!
Oh, what?
What?
Why?
I hate them, man.
You hate fags?
No, San Francisco the Niners.
Whoa,
What is your problem?
my God!
Insensitive asshole.
What?
Bobo, who do you like between the Cardinals?
Well, San Francisco
I'll have
is
to check to
known-
see if we're still streaming.
Yes, yes,
Oh, man.
please.
Holy shit.
Please.
What? I got
God.
nothing against gay people. I just hate the Niners.
I'm gonna have to put together an episode just on CJ saying racist and homophobic shit.
Bobo, who do you like between the
I don't
49ers
know
and
if I
the
should even
bigot.
talk anymore.
You're acting like I blew it up. Come on.
What? All right, so San Francisco is known for seafood.
Oh, I have a sound for that.
Here's the thing. I don't want Arizona to lose anymore because they keep losing. They're not gonna
Rush David Johnson back?
no, he's not gonna come back.
Yeah.
He's just gonna sit out the whole year. And with a person that has him on two different teams, I don't need that to happen. So Arizona,
So you take it.
please stop being shit.
So you take it Arizona. Kenny, how about you?
Yeah, I'll take the Cards.
All right, cool. So moving on past all of our 0-3 teams. Tomorrow night's game in Lambeau Stadium, Bears and Packers. The Bears managed to pull up an upset on the Steelers last week, which is 110% that stupid asshole from the Steelers' fault. Did y'all see that at the end of the first half?
That was on the Bears, dude.
Huh?
It's
No,
on-
no, it wasn't. It was the Steelers. Like the Steelers blocked the
Yeah, the guy for the Bears dropped the ball right before the end zone.
Yeah, but I mean, if he'd just kept holding on to it and just take two more steps instead of stopping, well, anyway, the Bears
That would have given the Bears a touchdown.
no would have given the Steelers.
No, it wouldn't
My
have. It was the
God.
Bears, dude. Did you watch the game? It was
Yes,
like- the Bears guy had the ball, and then the Steeler guy knocked it out the dude's hand and went in the end zone, and then the Steeler pushed it out of bounds.
Is
So
it
instead of
possible
being
for
a
you to shut the
touchdown,
fuck
the
up for
Steelers
10
were the
seconds?
Steelers were the one that blocked that kick, right?
The
and ran it
Bears
back.
blocked the kick.
Are we sure about this?
Shut the fuck up, will ya?
I watched it.
Are
It
we
was-
seriously sure about that? Like I
Yes.
could have sworn it was
I'm
the
just
Steelers.
gonna- I don't know.
Well, either way, okay. So either way, Bears Packers.
needlessly complicate everything?
Okay, CJ, Bears Packers. Who you liking in that one?
I'm going with the Pack.
Yeah, I'm taking the Packers too in that one. How about you, Bobo?
The Bears. No, I should go with the Packers. But the Bears are sneaky Bears. They almost pulling over on Atlanta this year already. They're sneaky, but I'll go with the Packers either way.
I think the Pack's got it, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
The
in that one.
Pack, they only lost to the Falcons, and the Falcons are a good team. So even if they win, they'll be 3-1. So
Fair enough.
they're good.
Bobo.
My name's Kenny, but
I mean,
I-
Kenny.
I can see how you get those guys confused.
Yeah, I know, right?
go ahead. I'm waiting on another racist remark from this asshole.
I'm not racist. I just hate the
I'll
Niners.
take the Pack.
Okay, he's going with the Pack. Saints in Miami and London. That game's at 9:30. I'm gonna take the Saints. CJ.
Dolphins.
Yeah, no shit.
Cutler and the Dolphins.
Him and Big Mike are best friends.
No, I'm just not emotionally invested.
I know you've said that like 15 times on the show.
There's a difference.
No, there's not. What's up, Bubba? Who you like? in
Oh,
this game?
I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with the Saints.
Okay, Kenny, how you feeling this one? And it is a weird one.
I'm gonna have to take Miami. I think the Saints are just too self-destructive,
Yeah,
Fair
that's
enough.
True.
especially after the trip across the pond.
That's true.
Okay, Buffalo and Atlanta. That game is in Atlanta. I'm obviously gonna take the Falcons in this one. I think Buffalo is not. They're 2-1, but I don't.
They had a big victory against the Broncos.
They did, yeah. But I don't think they're gonna be able to carry it over into Atlanta. I'm taking the Falcons in this one. How about you?
Bills upset Falcons.
Bills, okay. How about you, Bubba?
Bills.
Bills, Kenny.
Fuck it.
No, I don't think the Bills have enough firepower, man, to outlast Atlanta. Period. Offensively, they're just fucking a bump on a log.
That's how I feel. Pittsburgh playing in Baltimore. I'm actually gonna take the Ravens on this one. They had a really, really bad game in London against the Jaguars. I think they turn it around and beat the Steelers, who, even though they have a great offense, are very fucking uneven this year.
Dude, Jags really raped the Ravens.
They
in
did.
London. That was not a game at all.
I see the Ravens bouncing
It's
back.
in Baltimore, and Big Ben plays terrible away from Heinz Field, so I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Okay, Bubba.
Ravens, I guess.
I like how at least you're putting a lot of thought into your picks. There's a good.
Well,
Well, he's debating it while he does that.
it gives me an extra second of
I'm gonna go against the grain here, and I'm gonna have to say the Steelers.
Heard that? Okay. The Rams, they're playing at Jerry's World against the Cowboys. Both teams are 2-1. That actually might be a fun game right there.
For who?
For hopefully both teams.
you're a big guy.
I'm surprised CJ hasn't tried to convince us how Jared Goff is the best quarterback. Does that sound like something you would say?
I'm a Deshaun Watson guy, man.
I'm actually gonna play spoiler on this one. I'm going with the Rams. The Rams are playing well right now. They're 2-1. The Cowboys, they did look good in their last game. They looked like shit in the one before that. So I don't know. I like the Rams in this one.
Cowboys.
Cowboys, Bubba, what you thinking?
Rams.
Wait for it. Rams, okay. Kenny?
I think the Cowboys can pull that off.
Okay, cool. So split down the middle on
At
that
home,
one.
right? They're at home.
Well, the Cowboys are at
They are
home,
at
yeah,
home.
Jerry's World.
Yeah, Jerry's World.
The Tennessee Titans are going over to Houston to play the Texans. Tennessee is 2-1. Houston is 1-2. I think Houston is going to remain one victory. I see the Titans pulling this one off. What about you, CJ?
Going with my boy Watson. I think they'll even it out 2-2. That division's up and down.
Yeah, very true.
Is
No,
that what
Tennessee-
you think is going to happen, or is that what your girlfriend thinks is going to
That's
happen?
what I think's going to happen. I am whatever.
Why don't you tell everybody why you're a Houston fan?
Because my girl's from Houston, and
He literally likes them more than the Saints now.
I like Deshaun Watson. I think he's a good player.
I actually like him too. I'm starting him in one of my leagues. Bobo, Houston or Tennessee?
Tennessee is one of the most balanced teams out there. I really like them.
It
and
does
I
look
think they're
that way.
gonna win.
All right, Kenny?
Yeah, I think Tennessee's a really good team this year. And it's pretty obvious Houston's shit.
Dude,
I
Deshaun
wouldn't
Watson,
say they're shit, but I mean, I don't see them winning this game. I don't.
dude, that Watson to Hopkins combo is starting to light up. Clemson to Clemson.
Yeah, that is a Clemson to Clemson.
No.
The Detroit Lions are going to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Another good matchup, 2-1 teams. I'm taking the Lions in that one because they got to get one more. They got to get one more victory before they get beat by the Saints.
The
next
Lions
week.
got fucked last week, man. I felt bad for
Yeah,
them.
that was tough, wasn't it, man? It was the first time in I don't know how long I pulled for the Lions, but they got fucked on that one. But I'm taking the Lions in this one against the Vikings. What about you, Siege?
For no reason, I'm picking the Vikings.
Heard? Okay, Bubba.
If Bradford is back, I'll take the Vikings. If it not, then I'll stick with the Lions.
Okay, Kenny.
Man, it's a really good matchup, actually.
It is, yeah.
It's going to be a pretty good game.
I think it will too.
Where are they playing again?
Minnesota.
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to...
Pick your boy Dalvin Cook, man.
No. Look, Cook lit it up last week. He had a really good game. I think that I really don't want to count out Detroit. You know what I mean? Because they are a really good team,
Yeah.
and they kind of lost right there at the end of that game.
It
and
was awful.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
yeah, man, it's really. I'm going with Bobo on this. You know, if Bradford's out and he's taking snaps, then I don't see how they can really lose this game. But if he's not, I think it's definitely going to be Detroit's to take.
Fair enough. The Carolina Panthers are going over to Foxborough to play the Patriots. After what I've seen from both those teams, I am definitely taking the Patriots in that one.
Yeah.
I think we're all pretty much in agreement on that one.
Yeah.
Patriots all around.
Here.
All right, cool. So we don't need to do the discussion on all of it. Probably the most unintriguing matchup of the entire week. The Jacksonville Jaguars are heading over to the Big Apple to play the Jets.
Shit, the Jags lit that shit
Jags are
up
good,
last
Yeah.
week, man. They're a very coming and going team.
They are very coming and going. It's both these teams are just weird in my opinion.
The
you
Jets
know?
shut out the Dolphins, man. That's a weird. It's a weird matchup.
It's
man.
a weird. Well, I guess by unintriguing, it's not a game I'm gonna like go out of my way to watch.
No.
That's division too, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Who is it? The Jets in Miami?
Jets and Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville. Okay.
I like the Jags, man.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jags in this one too.
Go Jags.
Yeah, let's see the Jags go 3-1. Bubba, who you liking?
I'll take the Jags just for fun.
Yeah, we'll get Jacks.
So we're going Jags all the way around on that.
Jags.
All right. Oakland going to Denver. Nice division battle right there.
Tuh.
I think Oakland rebounds.
You think Oakland rebounds?
Oakland rebounds.
Ugh, that is a tough one right there. Yeah, I'm going to say the same. I think Oakland rebounds, wins that game. Oh, Bubba, you saying the same thing, Kenny?
No, Denver.
Yeah,
taking Denver.
Denver.
It's
Sorry, I
hard for
thought
me
you
to
shook your
make.
head
It's
when
hard
I
for me
looked
to
at
make
you.
a decision on who's going to win that game, considering I don't really know what the fuck happened last week. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like what did we see from
And
Oakland in that
the
game?
game, the game is in Mile High too.
Yeah, well, I mean, the last time we were there, we won convincingly. So, well,
Fair
no,
enough.
take that back. That was our first game after Carr got knocked out, and we did lose. But the time before that, when we played there, we won convincingly.
Last week was a weird week, man. But Redskins.
It
didn't
was
see that
just all
coming.
around a weird week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to say Oakland by a thread.
Heard. Seahawks are hosting the Colts. I think we're going to be all in agreement. And that's the Sunday night football game. I think we're all in agreement on this one, Seahawks, gentlemen.
Andrew Luck is not practicing at all this week.
Yeah, so yeah.
So,
I think I'll be doing anything but watching that game.
and if he was in, I would still say that he was going to lose.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch that game or the Browns Bengals? I think I'd rather watch Browns Bengals.
I'd rather clean my bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Shoot myself in the foot.
Washington is going over to Kansas City. Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Chiefs in that one. How about you, CJ?
I want the Chiefs to win, and I want Kareem Hunt to be the only player to score points for Bobo.
Heard. Bobo, who you liking in this game?
Kansas City. Even though I'm not going to completely write off Washington. I think Washington can probably make a pretty good game, but
I mean, they stuffed a pretty elite offense this week.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking stuffed us, and that's arguably one of the best offensive lines in football right now. You know what I mean? And they put Carr on his back 3 times in the
yeah,
first
I wouldn't
fucking
count
half.
Washington out of this matchup though.
No, I think it'll be a good game. I like Kansas City to win, but I think it'll be a good game.
I think it all depends on quarterback play. You know what I mean? If,
Yeah.
if he can go into Kansas City playing like he did at home last weekend, then I don't see any reason why they couldn't win that game.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that the defense is stepping up and making the right moves.
Could be too many Indians, not enough Chiefs.
See what you did there, and I like it.
Now, is that racist? I don't know anymore.
No, because
It's clever.
that you people chose.
Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess.
Reverse racism is still racism.
Oh my jeez, Lord.
I just got a message not too long ago from Josh Gay. He looks like he might be coming on the show next week. It looks like he literally just I talked to him earlier today.
Not welcome. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I just talked to him earlier today, and because NHL hockey starts next week, and I was wanting to get him on the show to talk about it. And
Yeah, I was gonna see if he can get me some Ice Flyers tickets too.
I mean, the invitation was open last week. He does actually have a job now, like working with a lawyer. So I think his time, not with the Ice Flyers, but with his other teams that he was working for.
Well, if Josh Gay can hook me up with Ice Flyers tickets, then I'd be very thankful.
Well, yeah. I mean, Then I'd love to talk to him a little bit about NHL starts next week. And in fact, I've got a fantasy hockey draft this Sunday. I'm one of like 8.
Yeah, I'm trying to join your league so I can pick Blackhawks.
Talk to your boy. Big Mike on that one.
Okay.
Am I still in that league?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know neither.
if you want to be, I mean, we
I
can
don't
use
know if I
more.
want to be.
We can use more people in it.
I did very badly.
Because you're in an 8-man league. 8-man leagues are garbage.
Yeah, and especially in hockey, it's really gonna suck. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up now.
think that's us anyway.
But before I do, actually, though, Bobo, we talked about this recently. Was there something that you wanted to mention tonight on the show before we took off?
No.
Anything?
About a,
Nothing you want to talk about?
Come on, let's do
I mean,
it.
there's a little something you want to talk about. A little something.
Well, we improved to 2 viewers, so someone's interested. No, we went.
Are they
back to 1.
interested in me and seeing CJ get a tattoo? Is that what those two
Really?
people are
We talked
interested in?
Yeah, I need.
Are
to
they
get
interested in
that, I
that?
need
Maybe
to get that done.
Whatever happened
Do
to
you?
the CJ tattoo?
because
Yeah.
it's almost been a year,
Okay. I've been putting it off.
for over a year.
I'll get it.
I mean,
We're gonna have to make a promo for that, just so
Yeah.
we keep it in
so
everybody's mind.
We
All right.
so we need to put it out there to anybody that knows how to do a tattoo that's looking for some free publicity. We want to get this tattoo. We want to get it done soon, and we want to shoot it live on
I
the
thought
show.
you guys
and
forgot.
John, do me a favor, do some research.
right.
Episode
I was reminded.
What's up?
episode and time mark. Anytime that this conversation happened around its inception, so that way I can. Put
Kenny, I don't know if I can promise that because that would involve me watching every episode we've had for the past year. And
No, I remember it. I'll own up
well,
to
somebody's
it.
got to watch them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
No,
so-
okay. Yeah. I've been putting off this Green Bay, and I actually got a great idea for the tattoo,
No,
so I'll get it done.
No, me and Bubba were sitting at the bar recently, and I can't remember how it came up, but Bubba was just like,
Let's wrap this.
"Oh
up.
yeah, what happened with that?" Like,
All right.
he's like, "Don't say anything about it until the show," and then I do, and it makes me look like an asshole.
I'll get it done. I will get it done by next Wednesday.
Oh, nice. That's a promise right there. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all very much for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week, same time, same place. This is John with CJ, Bobo, and Kenny. You're watching Underground Pub Show on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. Peace.
Laters.
Bye bye.
Actually, that's it for it, and I'll get it done.
The show was in the box, right?
Tune in every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time for the Underground Pub Show, right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
What is your problem? You insensitive asshole!